What is up, YouTube, and welcome back to another video on high altitude investing. In today's video, we are going to be talking about Moonbeam, but before we get started, if you're not a member of the free Discord, please click the link in the description box below and get started with the free Discord. And without further ado, we'll get straight into today's video. All right, you guys, so we're starting off here with Moonbeam on the 10-day candlesticks, and we're also comparing it to a previous market cycle back in the day, a crypto cycle that looks very similar to Moonbeam. So as you guys can see, Moonbeam actually did the same market cycle structure as the chart we have on the right, which is actually Cardano back in the day. So as you can see, both of these charts had a large correction at the very beginning right here, where the value dropped significantly and volume started to pick up. Now, by the way, this chart over here, if we were to take the price away from this point, you can see that the volume is actually very similar as what's going on Moonbeam over here. It's only when we have all of the historical data where the volume starts to get bigger as price increases over here. But when you're looking at both of them from the same perspective, the volume is actually very similar. So both charts had this large correction at the beginning of their market cycles, and then they had what's called a final capitulation. So what that final capitulation basically means is everybody's expecting it to bottom, they're expecting it to bottom, they're expecting it to bottom, and then a false bottom happens. And everybody thinks, oh, this is the bottom, it's definitely done going down. And usually what the market can do is have a capitulation event where one more swing down happens in the market and everybody gets shaken out. So that's what you can see happened over here on ADA, but that's also what just recently happened here on Moonbeam. The thing is everybody gets shaken out, so almost nobody thinks that the bottom is in. They all start to expect a lot lower lows because the horizontal support level fails, and it just creates the appearance of just this big crash coming in the market, when really that's the capitulation event that leads to a big reversal. So this is something that commonly happens in these markets, something I've seen many, many times in the past, and something we do see here with Moonbeam today. So I do think that that is the final capitulation event on Moonbeam. This is actually exactly what happened to Bitcoin recently. You know, a lot of people thought this was the bottom on Bitcoin, and even I was considering this to be a potential bottom on Bitcoin. Price went all the way back up to about 70,000 and went for one more lower low. So that's what a capitulation event is. A lot of times everybody switches bearish when this happens, but it's actually the true bottom taking place in the market, and it's really just a big shakeout to shake out all the weak hands before price goes higher. As you can see, Bitcoin is seeing a lot of recovery off of these horizontal support levels. We're seeing a lot of strength off of those levels. And we also see a potential inverse head and shoulders pattern here with the left shoulder ahead and a right shoulder forming here on Bitcoin. So that's what capitulation looks like. One more final low. Everybody thinks it's the bottom, but price goes lower. And then most everybody flips bearish and they expect price to go lower when really the bottom is actually in. So that's what I'm seeing here with Moonbeam, a very similar situation, just on a bigger time scale and a bigger time frame. So that's what that final crash here was on Moonbeam, when it went from about 67 cents all the way down to about 16 cents. Now, if we just take this chart and focus in on Moonbeam in and of itself and switch it to the logarithmic chart, this is actually another very bullish pattern. So there's a couple different ABC corrections. One of them is called an ABC zigzag. That is where the A wave is pretty much the same length as the C wave. Another type of correction that I've seen in the markets, often, especially right before big bull markets, is actually where the A wave is significantly longer than the C wave. That is exactly what we see here with Moonbeam. This is a very common pattern right before big bull markets historically in crypto. So here on the logarithmic chart, you guys can see that we do have an ABC correction, but instead of it being a standard zigzag, we have the A wave is significantly longer than the C wave. So that generally results in a big reversal here and a lot of upside in the market. And really, this is a very strong buy signal in the bigger time frames for crypto. I've seen this a lot, especially right before the 2021 bull market. I saw this pattern everywhere, just like this, almost identical here to Moonbeam. So that's what that looks like here. I do expect a big reversal here, and this could be the bottom of this correction on Moonbeam. Now let's take a little bit of a look here on Moonbeam on the regular chart and zoom in instead of the logarithmic scale, because we do also have a falling wedge pattern here on Moonbeam. So here is the resistance of the wedge, here's the support of the wedge, and we're actually starting to break bullish out of this falling wedge, which is a very good sign. Now, as prices start to break bullish out of this falling wedge, you're going to see a lot of money come into this market, and it will basically make a big double bottom pattern here in the bigger time frame. And yes, it's okay for a double bottom to have a slightly lower low on the right-hand side. It doesn't, support and resistance is a range, so it doesn't have to bottom at the exact price as the left side of the bottom pattern. So here we go. This is what that looked like, is a big double bottom here on Moonbeam. So again, you'd have your left bottom and your right bottom right here. So that would look really good. We are starting to break bullish out of this falling wedge pattern. I do expect us to see a reversal here and upside coming in Moonbeam. So I'm super excited about this coin. There's a lot of potential in this market, and it seems to be heavily, heavily requested by my viewers. And a lot of times you guys know what's up. I've been requested a lot of different coins historically where I looked at this coin and thought, man, that looks really good. So I bought it and made a bunch of money because I actually listened to what you guys were looking at. So it's pretty cool. We all get to work together as a team to help each other make money inside of these markets. All right, cool. So that's my analysis on Moonbeam. And yeah, again, you guys, I am bullish on the total crypto market cap as well. We do have a lot of reasons to be bullish on crypto. As you can see, we're in a big bull flag here that I was drawing in one of my previous videos. So watch for us to continue to head up here towards 2.2 trillion in total market cap and break above that level to really confirm this bullish flag pattern. And if we look at Bitcoin, we're also in a big cup and handle pattern on Bitcoin, which is super, super bullish. As you can see, we have this huge cup right here and this handle pattern. That's a perfect cup and handle. If you go to Google Images and just type in cup and handle, you'll see a lot of examples of the cup and handle pattern. Very, very bullish continuation pattern that we're seeing on Bitcoin right now. So for me, there's not a lot of reasons to be bearish, and there's a heck of a lot of reasons to be bullish in the crypto space. And yeah, a lot of coins are going to follow Bitcoin as market cap goes into Bitcoin. Even during altcoin season, altcoins will do better percentage gain, but Bitcoin will still increase in value. That's what's happened every cycle, and I don't think it's going to change this time. So again, thank you guys for tuning in. I love you. I appreciate you. That's my Moonbeam analysis and a little update on Bitcoin and the total crypto market cap. Hey, thank you guys so much for tuning in to today's video. I love and appreciate every single one of you. If you enjoyed this video, please do me a favor and share it with your friends. And I look forward to seeing you guys in future videos. As always, stay profitable out there.